The heart of a man plans his ways, but the Lord establishes his steps. Proverbs 16:9. Gullah Jack, the hanged man. Plant hemp. Gullah Jack has a noose around his neck, but his face is serene. He has a Congo cosmogram as his third eye. Gullah Jack, 1822, was a Bakongo prisoner of war who was sold into slavery in Zanzibar. He was eventually sent to Charleston, South Carolina, and purchased by a man named Paul Pritchard. Gullah Jack had a reputation as a powerful root worker with a particular talent for making protective amulets. This may have been one of the reasons Tayannah, aka Denmark Vesey, recruited him to plan a revolt consisting of only African-born men against the colonists. Gullah Jack instructed the rebels to eat a special diet of corn and peanuts the day of the attack and provided them with crab claws as a talisman to keep them safe. He also threatened to put the root on any other slaves who spoke of the plan. Unfortunately for the rebels, the plan was betrayed and the revolt was suppressed. All of the plotters, including Gullah Jack, were sentenced to death, but not before Gullah Jack used mysterious hand gestures, presumably to curse all of their oppressors. Gullah Jack was hanged on July 2nd, 1822. When Gullah Jack appears in your energy, ask for the wisdom to know exactly what to do and how to get it done once your life is no longer on pause. Whatever you do, don't try to resist or force things to proceed prematurely. This is a reminder to be man or woman enough to accept any consequences of your actions. If the current stalemate is the direct result of your own ignorance or bad choices, then tough shit. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. You'll be free once the necessary lessons have been learned. Gullah Jack could also be trying to tell you that sometimes the sacrifice of your own desires for the good of the whole is the right thing to do. If you receive Gullah Jack, consider the following. Wait, pause and reflect. It's okay to be vulnerable sometimes. Accept it. This is just the way it has to be for now. What will it take for you to just let go? Is it okay to change your mind? If the sacrifice is worth it, then what are you waiting for? 9/20 Saturday, February 8th. Miss Ida, be still and know that I am God. Plant Jersey tea. A 7-year-old Ida Carter is standing in the attic, surrounded by candles. It's dark, but she's not afraid, because she's an old soul who understands that she is never really alone. Ida, Seven Sisters Carter, 1900, was a root worker from Hogansville, Alabama. There isn't much information about Miss Ida, but she told an interviewer that she was called to root working at just 7 years old. Miss Ida recalled the process of her self-initiation, which consisted of burning 7 candles all night while she prayed, starting on the 1st of May, continuing for 6 consecutive nights. Miss Ida repeated this process each May for 7 years until the Holy Spirit told her that she was ready to work for the community. You are being advised to slow down and consult your inner voice regarding the matter at hand. Everyone is forced to wait sometimes, but very few know how to do so while remaining at peace. Miss Ida asks that you stop sighing and tapping your foot as you wait for the light to turn from red to green. Do you know what might be down the road that could be harmful to you or others if you make a move right now? Just because you feel like moving. No, you don't. Miss Ida is telling us that it's best to stop the foolishness and do something constructive in the meantime. Go within. Consider the following. Trust your intuition. Let go and let God. Are you being impatient or forcing the issue unnecessarily? Pay attention to your dreams and visions. Everyone has a dark side. Are you aware of yours? Call your mother or mother figure. Seek and embrace the mysteries. Does the unknown thrill or frighten you? Do not judge by appearance, but judge with right judgment. Dim bones. Carolina buckthorn. A woman puts her hand over her mouth in shock at what the bones on the table reveal to her. Meaning divination, using bones or dice, was practiced by indigenous American and African people. Divination with bones requires the reader to associate different meanings with each bone, based on where and how they land. The bones of chickens and cats were the most commonly used, but other small and medium-sized animals were also acceptable. Contrary to popular belief, the choice of which animal to use was strictly up to each individual root worker. A set of bones could include not only the remains of an animal, but also other items such as keys, seashells, and crystals. Like other forms of divination, all the items in a reader's set had clear association, but it's a reader's innate talent that determines accuracy. When dim bones appears, you are being reminded that it's time to focus on what you need rather than what you want. Most likely you will have to make some tough choices, but if you are willing to put your ego aside and do what you have to do, the best possible outcome is granted and guaranteed. Dim bones may be reminding you that people are going to talk about you no matter what you do. So make sure that you remain in alignment with your goals, dreams, and aspirations. Acknowledge that no one escapes judgment, even if the judge is oneself. Consider the following. It may be time for an honest self-assessment. What is your reputation? Are you still in alignment with it? If you want a fresh start, start fresh. The neutral position is no longer an option. Do others need to know where you stand on that issue? If so, stop stalling and tell them. Tell them the truth. Be honest. Judgment Day. It's Judgment Day, even if you are your own judge. Again, circling back. Do not judge by appearance, but judge with right judgment. Plant Carolina buckthorn. So we put all those energies together, starting with the hangman, right? Starting with the hangman, Gullah Jack, Gullah, Geechee. Anyway, we don't have to get deep, but listen, we start with Gullah Jack, then we go to Miss Ida, and then we end in judgment, dim bones. So we start out with someone that is hanging, right? Hanging. Stalled, stopped, right? Stalled and stopped, hanging. When this energy is stalled, stopped, and hanging, they have much time to go within. That is the universe saying it's time for you to go within. It's time for you to use your intuition, because you have been moving around like a chicken with your head cut off, right? Insanely insane. Just running around, right? In this instant, then you stop and you go within, right? Because your intuition, something inside of you is telling you it must stop. Whatever it is, it must stop. But in order to catch that information, you must stop. You must stop. Then we go to judgment, right? Because as you are hanging, you are being judged. But oh my God, the judgment of oneself. Even if you have to judge yourself, let's think about it. Take a moment and breathe. Breathe deeper. Breathe a little deeper. Changing your perception, right? As you are hanging there, your perception is being changed. Slowly but surely, you are changing your mind. You are gaining so much knowledge about yourself while you are hanging there. Even if you feel like you're just not doing anything, right? Because you're hanging and the world is moving, but you are in a cocoon transforming, right? If you are really, really ready to change, transform to the beautiful butterfly that I know you are, right? Then you will sit and allow transformation to take place. You know what I mean? And again, let me tell you, while you are in that cocoon, it is extremely painful. Are you ready to be under that much pressure to where you are in the middle and everybody's watching you? Everybody's waiting, anticipating the transformation. Everybody's waiting on the butterfly to fly out of the cocoon. People are literally stopping their movement to see you fly. But wait, there are souls out there who have done the same as you, and they're proud of you, right? They're rooting for you. You understand? So there's positive and negative judgment taking place while you are hanging in the cocoon. Everything you do is being seen. Everything you do is being monitored at all times. You are the core focus in this moment. You understand why? Because again, people are rooting for you, but there's also people who are scared as well. You even have the attention of the chickens with their head cut off. They're stopped. Imagine that. It's a glitch. You have created a glitch in the system. So much so that you have chickens with their head cut off stopping to watch you fucking fly, family. Understand how much power you hold. You understand? You hold so much power that you have the ability to stop a chicken in their tracks. Stop them. You sit right here and you watch me transform. You watch this transformation. That's what power you hold, family. You are able to stop so many to where the chicken that's running around with their head cut off, they don't have time to run around. All they have time to do is learn from you. You understand? You are the lesson. You are the lesson. And that's why you were brought here, to teach lessons and learn lessons. You are the teacher. You are the student. You are the master. Yes, you are.